Okay, so this next exercise is going to be something that you can do also on your own. And what it's going to help address is glute strength, also the ability for the hip to sit back, and that's going to help take any unnecessary stress off of the knee and the ankle. And at the same time, it's going to help facilitate a better movement pattern for your hip. So, you know, when you go to sit back or hinge at the waist, you're actually going to start to understand how you send your hips back and recruit that gluteus maximus. So, really simple. All you need first is just a good elastic band. So I get these from Serious Steel. You can go on Amazon and find various bands. You don't want too much resistance because that's going to negate the effects of having support from the band. You don't want it to overpower your leg. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I take my band and I'm going to tie it about anywhere from knee to hip height to something. Okay, I'm going to take that band and I will step one leg into the band. All right, so I have my right knee in it. And then from there, whichever leg is not in the band, you're going to step back to a staggered stance. Okay? Now, real quick, this is a staggered position. Okay, staggered being that if I drop my back ankle all the way down, it lands in line with my front knee. Okay? This is going to be a little bit more of a lunge position, or what the 90-90 lunge, because my front knee and my back knee are both at 90 degrees. Anyways, so I have the band behind my right leg. I'm going to step my left leg back into a staggered stance position. Step it back forward. Okay, start with your feet about hips distance apart. First thing I want you to do is hinge at the waist. Okay, so I'm sending my butt back and I'm pressing the back of my knee into the band, and I breathe. Now every time I exhale, I'm thinking about actively pushing my knee into the floor and drawing my navel in. Okay, so at the same time, I'm trying to create force off of the ground and then move my diaphragm up. Good. Now, keeping control, keeping this front leg, the banded leg fixed, I want you to start to send your hips to the right. Peel your left heel off of the ground. So now I'm only on the ball of the foot, eventually only the big toe. You're going to pick that foot up, step it back to a staggered stance, and hold. Now from here, I want you to sit into the banded leg. So I'm sitting into that right glute max, and I hold. And I continue to breathe. Every time I breathe out, I want to imagine pulling my belly off of my stomach. One more thing you can add to this is traction your feet in opposing directions. So I'm dragging my right foot back, left foot forward. And I might even sit a little deeper. Now the last thing here, as I'm in a hip flexion, I want you to anteriorly tilt or arch your low back on the right side. When it's time to come forward, I start to extend my knee. I put the weight into the right leg. I step up. And I stand. That's the whole exercise. Okay? So, again, just learning how to load this glute. And really, really effective. I mean, this is stuff you can do on your own, and it will make a big difference in any sort of exercise, movement, or sport you play. But really, it's like if you can get your transverse abdominis, your diaphragm, and your glute max to all work together in conjunction with your quadriceps, you're going to lift the stress off the joint system. So you're literally going to start to decompress your lumbar spine and the rest of your spine, taking that unnecessary compression off of your body. So this is a great one. I have everybody do. It's not just like a rehab or preventative care. It's like you do this one to just have healthy hips. Okay? Thanks for watching. Give it a try.